Man, oh manny man, I don't know what I was doing taking that light plane out of Santa Monica. Why would I ever do that? I was gonna take a trip back and visit my mother, who had not seen me for a little while. I've been busy, trying to make a little money, trying to get my screenplay published. The plane looked like it was fine. There was only me and some other guy. He seemed preoccupied with his own playing of video games. Who could play these violent games on such a beautiful sunny day looking out of my window? Alright, so I'm going to play this time a Wingnut. And I'm going to see now a Wingnut is better at spaz out. And I'm not thinking that I made a lot of spaz out rolls. The reason why I made a lot of spaz out rolls in the other video I made of this was because the biker cannot really make do something rolls. Now I'm going to roll 2 dice and take the better, and I start with destined status. 2 dice and take the better on spaz out. 1 die and take the better on do something anything. If I have to fight, gunfight style, 2 dice and take the worst. My Wingnut is not going to be involved with that at all. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I had to say my prayers this day. And why, you might ask? Well, alright. I woke up. What happened to the plane? I didn't think I was that highly medicated, but wow. Wow, there's people dead. Pilot was dead. Co-pilot. There was no co-pilot. He dead. But there was no co-pilot. Oh, that's the pilot and the pilot's head. And the guy playing video games, oh, well, he wasn't in 2 pieces. He was in 1 piece, but there was not enough of him alive to do any talking. I got out of the plane. Now, I was a Boy Scout once. Boy Scouts had some good hash. No, I can't say that. I have to edit that. If I say that, I could get in trouble. As a Boy Scout, back in the 70s, we had a grand old time camping and everything else. I looked around and said, well, there's a few things I probably should get here. I'm gonna wait by the plane. I waited 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 by the plane. Nobody appeared to be coming to find me. The radio was dead. Night had fallen and come back. I wondered how long it would be before I was some sort of a Brazilian soccer team caught up in the Andes, but I don't think I was worried about that. I just looked around and said, where the hell am I? And it turned out I was nowhere. Trees. Now trees are nice. You get lots of oxygen from trees, but I tell you again, they aren't the most pleasant thing to try to cross. So I waited again. But another night I started to get hungry. There was not enough snacks on this plane. I was not about to be the Andes Brazilian soccer team here, so I headed out. I did some reckoning. Said I would follow the sun. The sun was going to set over in the west. I would just follow the sun. If there was some sort of deviation based on the angle of the planet, the time of the day, and the time of the month, well, I could just follow the sun. Let me roll out, spaz out roll, 2 dice and take the better. And I got a 6. Easily removed that obstacle. Eventually, I made my way. Found a campsite. Thought this might be Yellowstone. Yellowstone would make sense. It would be on a straight line path to where I was going. Oh, my mom, she's gonna be worried about me. A couple of days had passed, I'm hungry, I looked at that river. Could I make some sort of net? Try to fish for something? Well, that sounded pretty complicated. What I really needed was just to start a fire. Stick, rubbing 2 sticks, that's nonsense. Wish I had a Zippo. Should have brought my Zippo, but I didn't want to lose my favorite Zippo. Damn TSA, always taking away your lighters. I would have to do this the old-fashioned way. I would have to either do it with friction, or I would have to do it with some sort of battery and Steel wool? I realized, hey, look at that. There's a little bit of extension cord over there next to me. Now, if I took that extension cord and I went back to the plane, I could get myself the battery off the plane. And I could bring the battery of the plane back here, and I could use it to heat up that wire, that extension cord, and if I shorted out the terminals, and then I could put tinder right on that, get it done. See if I can make that roll the spaz out again. I'm rolling 2 dice this time. I know what you're thinking. If you saw the other video, you're thinking, ha, what's Mr. Spaz Out going to do when he sees the walls? That's 6. I'm still destined too, so I'm in better shape here. I had made fire. It's a primal thing to make fire. Fire's great. Fire's life. Hey, I think I heard that on some TV show. Fire's life. I kept getting more and more wood, making it bigger and bigger. If they weren't going to find me from a plane crash, they would find me from the forest fire I might start. But that's when I started to hear the scratching and the howling. Scratching and the howling. We don't like scratching and howling. Uh-oh. You don't look friendly. I wonder why the eyes glow. When I get home, I need to look that up. Probably something to do with the fact that they were demons after me. Ooh, demon dogs. Not gonna be pleasant. How many of these demon dogs do I have to fight? 5. 5. 5. Oh, wow. 5 before they chase them off. Well, I tried to get in the fire, but that was too hot. What was I gonna do? Picked up a stone. It was a little bit warm, but picked up a stone. As one of the dogs. Are they dogs? No, these are wolves. One of the wolves came in, I just clocked it right in its temple. Sorry. Normally I'd be a conservationist, but hey, when it comes to self-preservation, well, I do have a right to defend myself. That's English common law. Let me roll for a gunfight to fight this thing. No, I can actually remove high threats with Spaz Out. Still in good shape. 2 dice. 2 dice. Plus 1. 7. I crushed one of their skulls. Now, if I can get the other 4 to line up and wait, I could crush them 4 more times. But they were circling. They were barking. They had others with them. I tried to take the one I hurt and throw it out, thinking maybe they would be cannibalistic and tear it up. But no, they weren't hungry. They were just attacking because they were demon dogs. Here comes the second time I hit. 3 and 6. Ooh, good roll. Down comes my stone. I looked at the one that I killed this time and said, boy, it'd be really cool to make a hat out of that. I bet my friends back in the 70s when I was doing, outdoor survival, they would like to have a wolf hat. Did David Crockett have a wolf hat? I'd have to look that up when I got home. I knew what he did. I knew he had a coonskin cap. It's part of my SATs. I did take some language tapes, and one of them was his coonskin cap would certainly be an anomaly in the congressional cloakroom. That was trying to teach me, I don't know, cloakroom or anomaly. Let me roll again on my character here. 4 and 2. Oh, that's a little slightly less. Oh, it's going to be golly gee. Golly gee, it happens again. Treat result 6. That's actually helping me here. Now I can get a 5 or 6. I was, I looked and I saw the fact that they had retreated. I thought they were gone. I needed some wood. I had to keep this fire going all night now. I was nothing but adrenaline, though. I tried to grab as much as I could from the periphery, but I knew I had to step into the dark. And when I did so, I heard the growls. They were coming on. 3 more to get. Here comes my roll. A 4 and a 3. Now that 4, because of Destin, becomes a 5. Because I got the golly G active, I can happen again, treat it 6. So I got another critical threat that goes down. 2 more left. I stumbled back to the fire. Again, I waited. I thought they were gone. What were these demon dogs attracted to? There wasn't enough flesh on me to eat. I wondered if I had brought the other guy on the plane, the one with the broken neck. It'd be a long way to drag, but maybe they would enjoy him. Or that pilot. Oh, the head, the decapitated head. That would be a lot easier. I could bowl it out to him. I stepped out to grab some firewood. I got a handful or 2, and then suddenly they were on me again. But at least this time, I was smarter. I had made myself a nice club. Here comes down. 2 dice. A 5 and a 1. 6. I got 1 dog left. 1 dog left. And I said, you dogs, you pack of dogs, you're going to earn some trouble now. And so I ran at the one. I could see him barely. Mostly I was looking at his scared eyes. Listen to his yelps. I swung out, hit him in the hindquarters, see if I could drag him and chase him away. 4 and a 2. 4 and a 2 becomes what? A 5, and a 5 becomes a high threat. Well, I would sleep a lot easier for the rest of the night, having enough firewood, having my head resting on the first one that I clobbered. In the morning, I could pull off some of the thigh meat, throw that in the fire, and have myself a little bit of roasted dog. Roasted dog. I was in a pub once. Was it a pub or was it a gastropub? I can't remember. But I was in this gastropub once and meeting somebody. I won't tell you why. And it was called now I forgot what I'm talking about. Oh well, let's continue our story. I headed out in the morning. Oh my goodness! Now I'm for sure in Yellowstone. I also breaking the law. I'm not supposed to get so close to this bear. Is that a grizzly, a brown, or a black bear? If it's a grizzly, then I'm a dead man. If it's a brown bear, it ain't gonna hurt me. If it's a black bear, 50-50. Well, let's make a critical insight roll to figure out that this bear is not going to charge you. Unless you get between it and its cubs. Comes by 2 dice. Now, so far, all I've rolled is spaz out rolls. And you would think like I slanted this whole mission to be perfect to the Wingnut. And to some degree I have, but that's not entirely fair. Because all the tables have both pluses and minuses, and this was a tougher scenario with a biker. I'll admit that. Died twice, I think, when I played this one. But let me see if I can make that critical insight here on 2 dice. 13 minutes in, you guys are wondering if I'm going to get past this, right? Ha! I don't delude myself. No one's watching at this point. Oh, hi there, Mr. Bear. 2 dice. And it's a 5 and a 3. I have re-rolled that golly gee again. In fact, I rolled it +1. I got my critical insight. I realized this was just a brown bear, and I just needed to keep a long distance away from it. No reason to worry about it. Huh, cabin. Anyone in it? There's smoke coming out of the chimney. Man, this thing looks like a shithole. If this is what they're renting, no wonder the national parks are lightly attended. Has anyone heard of some paint? Well, I went up and knocked on the door. And that's when I realized this was not Yellowstone. It was somewhere near Yellowstone, but it was not Yellowstone. And the kids inside, they were not happy campers to see me. I should have taken a clue from the fact that that door had 2 handles and was sort of half nailed and half placed in position. It's one thing to be a little bit odd, like I am. It's another thing to be downright stupid crazy. Ooh, man. Well, I originally thought this was one movie about people crash landing in the Andes, and suddenly realized I had a flashback. Oh my gosh, the stories we should tell around the campfire, was Deliverance actually came out in the 70s. And I realized that this guy, well, besides needing a national health plan for teeth, that little twinkle in his eyes was not the sort of twinkle I would not want. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I don't want this to end badly, so I'm going to, I got a rope, and I got a club, and I can bash that guy and see if I can get a 6. I am rolling Wingnut, rolls 2 dice and take all, or that's ugly. A critical deed. I can maybe talk him out of this, or maybe I can grab a gun from him and add, or I can call it a high threat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say if I can get a critical deed and a critical insight, I will defeat this this guy without any sort of I should say no more embarrassment. So let me try the spaz out roll first. You might as well try the easy roll first. And also the spaz out, you lose your destined status at a lower number. This is wargamer me calculating out. Wait a second, fella. You know, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I've just survived a plane crash. Certainly not in any interest. 4 and 4. 4 is a 4. That's nice. Party now uses 3d6 to resolve the action, and so I still need that critical insight. I still need that critical deed, but I'm now rolling 3 dice and 3 dice, and they said it couldn't be done. Let's see if I can go over here and see that. Yeah, triple sixes. All right, spaz out. He looked at me funny and started laughing. Now, maybe it was just a big misunderstanding. I needed to survey him and make sure that, you know, maybe he was just hiding some sort of illegal use. I tried to tell him that whatever he's cooking here, I don't care. I'm just looking for a cell phone or directions to the interstate. And that 6 is critical insight. I realized that I was not his type. He was not my type. Neither of us had a type, but at the same time, I knew I was under threat. People like this that hide in the woods, they're not friendly. And if I were to disappear out here just like that plane, I might never be found. So I realized I needed to skedaddle. I needed to skedaddle and get outside. If I get outside and shut the door behind him, I could trap him inside. I had enough of a length of a good strong club that I could put it through the brackets that had it on the door and angle it in. Use a little Archimedes as well and put some sort of brace against the door. And let's roll on and do something. I got 3 dice on here. And a 4, 4, and a 3. A 4 is going to be a +1 because I'm still destined. It's going to be a risky gamble. Happens again, I'm going to treat it as 3. He was pushing against it. He was mighty irritated by the fact that I was trapping him inside. I told him to calm down. If he did not calm down, there was going to be some hell to pay. Hell to pay. And roll it again. 3 dice on that table. Oh, it's a 4. Baffled, despondent. No more rolls here. Oh, I gotta take the best of them too. Oh, I knew it was gonna be a stalemate. I could not beat him that way. Here's what I'll do. I'll go back to the critical insight here, and if I can make a critical insight, I can overcome what is baffling about this whole situation. Back to here, 3 dice. Oh, and 3 comes a 4. Wait, just doubled me up. Wow, for a second there I was frightened. He stopped slamming his body against the door. Give me just enough time to grab some bricks. There were some loose stones and some loose red brick close to the door. I could also wedge them under. I imagine myself playing D&D back in college. Okay, rolling 3 dice. And a 5. Oh, that's 2 dice. Let's get the third one. And a 5 plus 1 is a 6. I get critical insight. I suddenly realized what I could do. There was a length of chain off to the side. If I strung that around, I could actually attach it to the sides of the club and the sides of the door and actually rope these guys in. Guys, was there more than one? Yeah, I was hearing second voices there. I think a brother, a sibling, or some other friend had just woken up inside. And rolling now, do something, anything. 3 dice. Here comes my 3 dice roll. A 6. Critical deed. I locked him inside. Say goodbye to this man. Say goodbye. You will not be missed. You will not be missed. Now, how to end this? Well, sometimes when you're a biker or a doomsday prepper or a wingnut in a survival game, there's really only one way to end this. And that's out in a blaze of glory. I watched the house catch fire, and I heard the screams, and when the screams stopped, I figured I'd stay a little bit longer. And when nobody came out, I never did figure out why those guys were so antagonistic, but I'll save that for another story. I need to find me an interstate, or find me the actual Yellowstone. More later.